Okay, now we're going to get into the transformation. So I know some of you were like, this is what every successful course needs to have. And you're right, it does. So it's kind of twofold, right? It needed to be rooted in a problem, and it needs to have a transformation. And the transformation is important because nobody cares, you guys, about the lessons or the workbooks or the lifetime access or the pretty PDFs. That is not what people are going to buy a course for. It really isn't. They are going to buy a course because they want the result. They want the promise that you are promising in your course. They want the after state, right? They want to solve that problem and get to that end result. That's why they're going to buy the course. So what is the before and after for your particular program? I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, how do your students feel? So when they are first coming into your course, right, and they are experiencing that problem, what are they feeling? Like really deeply understand who that person is in that moment and how they are feeling, and go deep with it. Like think about the emotional parts of how they're feeling. And then I want you to think about, who are they after? How are they feeling when they have achieved the result that your program is promising? And then understand, what is that promise? Like, what is that promise? It's obviously related back to solving the problem, right? So get clear on the promise and comparing the before versus after. The better you can understand that, the easier it's going to be for you to write copy for your sales page and to attract in the people who are like, yes, that's what I want. I want that before and after, right? So here's an example. This was actually pulled. So this example was pulled by a student of mine. And I mentioned her yesterday, Meg. She's the bakery owner in Chicago. So her before was, it's bakery owners who are like struggling with running their bakery or their cafe. They have great staff. They've got customers. They're making sales. That part of their business is working, but it's not translating into profit. And so they're feeling stressed. They're overwhelmed. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're like paying out all their staff at their bakery and yet not really able to bring any money home for themselves. And they're almost regretting the choice they made to open up their bakery, even though that was like always their dream business. They're like, damn, I don't know that I was really meant to do this, because this is just super overwhelming and not rewarding me financially the way I hoped it would. That's how people are before they come into Meg's program. What does Meg want them to feel when they leave? She wants them to feel like they have a handle on their business numbers and they know exactly where every dollar goes in their business. They're not like in the dark about their numbers anymore. They know exactly what to expect where, and they know the levers to pull in order to bring in more profit. So they know exactly how to make little tweaks in their business to have profit roll in and have a much better profit margin. And then in terms of how they're feeling, their whole feeling about their business has now changed, right? They feel confident. They feel in control. They feel excited about their bakery again. They have a growing savings account, right? And they can actually even start to make projections about where they're going to be at the end of this year, next year, 5 years out, 10 years out, et cetera. And they have a really clear plan for that. And that is what Meg does in her program. What she teaches them gets them to that place. And so when she actually didn't even fully understand this when we first started to work together, even though she was already doing it, she didn't really understand the before versus after. And once she had this really clear in her mind, it made all the difference to how she was able to sell her program. And people were in. Her conversion rate went through the roof because people could see, yes, that's what they wanted. Making sense, guys? Before versus after. So once you know the one big problem that your course is going to solve, I want you to move into sketching out that before versus after of your students. So this is part of your homework for tonight.